All right, we're here with the men's lacrosse team after BW comes up with one of their more emotional wins of the year over Ohio Northern. Final score tonight was 16-14. Head coach Trey Keeley and two of his stars tonight, Chad Steinwachs and Mike Nanosky. Coach, why don't we start with an opening comment from you on the game?
Yeah, it was an exciting game against a very worthy opponent. I mean, great, well-coached team. We saw them twice last year, and they didn't lose anybody really as a fourth-year program. So Coach St. Laurent's been doing a great job with them, and we knew they were going to be a tall task. And you know, I'm proud of the way our guys played offensively, defensively, really stuck to the game plan. And you know, I think we struggled at practice a little bit this week, and just trying to execute. And we made some mistakes. And I think that's the stuff we look for is to make the mistakes in practice and correct them. And I thought, just from top to bottom, you know, we went out there and executed what we were trying to do. They got us on some transition stuff, which I thought we hadn't seen a whole lot in film, but they were down, so we got up on them early, which was a good thing for us, and they came back. And really, we're right at our heels the whole game. So I thought we closed it out well. I think that shows a lot about, you know, some of the senior defenders we have. Trent Davis is playing great in goal, and obviously these men here to my right and my left were a big part of putting the ball in the net and keeping us on top for most of the game. So proud of the boys. Big win for us against a great team. So I can't be more happy with the guys.
Mike hit a career high 6 goals tonight, and a couple of them came really early in the game. Was there something in particular about the way tonight was unfolding where you felt good early on, or was it just kind of another normal night and the shots went in?
I was actually a little nervous before the game tonight just because of like how it went down last year at home when we played Ohio Northern. And thanks to Coach Keeley and Coach Tatro, they kind of gave me a little pump-up speech before we went out there, kind of eased the nerves a little bit, and just went out there and played. I mean, if it weren't for my teammates helping me get open and keep dodging with their heads up and just throwing the skip passes, I mean, I couldn't have done it without them. So,
Chad, you've had a great season, and entering tonight, and it will continue after tonight. Right now, you're #1 in the country in points per game and in assists per game. And it feels like even when you're not in a position to score, you're setting up teammates consistently and helping the team get open looks. What is it right now about the way your game is clicking that's drawing the attention of defenders that is allowing you to distribute the ball so well?
Yeah, I think when I'm dodging, you know, the defenders are kind of looking at me, and the skip passes are open, the people are cutting hard, and guys like Mike are shooting the heck out of the ball, so it's pretty easy when I just, you know, dump it to them and they're stinging top corner or just blowing it right by the goalie. So just dodging with my head up is one thing that I try to work on in practice, and the guys are cutting hard, getting open, makes it a lot easier for me.
Trey, you've got a couple guys sitting next to you who hit big milestones tonight. Chad broke his own school record for assists in a year, and Mike surpassed the 100 career point mark. What have these two guys meant to your program?
Seniors that are growing every day. I mean, I think that's the thing we talk about is we're not done getting better. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. And so, you know, Mike's battled through a little bit of injury here this year, and really has put the time in and the effort in and the focus in to get healthy, and has really just been responsible for himself and been a great energy to his teammates. And so he's growing a little bit every day, and I think you see that come out in a game where he just can't miss. And so that was a huge confidence boost for him, I think, after spending you know, he didn't play last game because of some injury, and so we got him healthy, and he felt great today, and that showed. And then Chad's been a guy that since I got here has been getting better. I think last year he was a big part of just trying to get him the ball, and he scored a ton of points. And I think the thing we love about Chad is that you mentioned the assists. Is he's just makes everybody on the field better. You know, he had 5 assists and no goals tonight. Maybe took a couple shots, but I have to pull his hair sometime to shoot the ball because I want him to shoot more often. But just an unselfish player, and really a guy that our guys love to play with because he, you know, if you're open, he'll find you. And so our guys know that, and they work hard for him. And you know, I think our chemistry is just building a little bit every day, and we've got some seniors down there, but 2 seniors at attack and starting 2 seniors on the first midfield line. So that depth there and our close defense, the senior leadership has really, I've been impressed with these guys. There's always, with the graduation of a new class, trying to figure out a new team. Every team's got a life cycle of 1 year. So I think we're really just starting to click and figure out who we are, and the seniors are a big part of driving that culture and momentum and building the chemistry. And so these two are obviously a big part of the offense and what we're trying to do here with putting up a ton of points and outscoring every team, right? You can't win games without putting points on the board. So these guys are obviously 2 of our leading point scorers. So,
Mike and Chad, a question for both you guys. In regard to the way last season ended, you had a nice run through the end of the regular season. You got some retribution against Ohio Northern after kind of taking one on the chin in the regular season. You go there, you grind out a defensive game, and then you came up a little bit short in the OAC championship game. How much of the end of last season drove you in the offseason and has been a driving factor for you now in beating John Carroll, in beating Ohio Northern here in the regular season? And you guys are kind of peaking right now.
Yeah, like Coach said, every team has a 1-year cycle, so it's definitely motivating us, but I don't think it's the main factor. Us too, we've been to an OAC championship, so that's obviously where we want to get back to. We want to be playing our best lacrosse in May, so that's what we're going to try and do.
Yeah, I agree with what Chad said. I think we're starting to peak at the right time. Everyone's the chemistry's starting to really click, especially with the midfield. We're finally starting to get a bunch of production out of us. It's just making guys like Chad's job a lot easier, just because the defense isn't just all focused on him all the time, and we're just playing team lacrosse right now. It's actually really fun to be a part of and watch. So
it certainly is fun to watch. Coach, I'll give you the last word kind of about what's coming up here. You've got 4 games left in the regular season, 3 of which are on the road. You'll have a chance to honor your seniors, and these guys included, in about a week and a half. Where do you want to see this team take the biggest step forward in the last 4 weeks so that you can try to be at your absolute best come tournament time?
Yeah, we've come a long way since the opening game against Grove City, that's for sure. That film session was a tough one, but every game we've learned something new, and that's the strategy we want to take, is that every single game we want to just get a little bit better. So whatever that means, whatever we're not executing well, we got to build off of that. So there's a variety of different things. I think our clearing has been phenomenally improved. Our efficiency from shooting and offense has been exceptional. I mean, I think we're just really smart with the ball in our stick, and our sticks have just improved exponentially. So I think there's a variety of things I want to improve on, but I think from top to bottom, it's just consistency with our effort and practice and our focus on attention to detail, and really just continuing to improve on all facets of the game. I mean, we had 10 assisted goals of our 16 today, and that was one thing we really wanted to do. We wanted to make sure we slid and got the gloves, and that was the thing we did today. So as long as we focus on the details and continue to grow as teammates, as a team as a whole, I think that's the biggest thing that'll put us through. So we got a good test here to finish out. Every OAC game matters. We talk about collecting as many tickets to the OAC tournament as we can get so we can play there. That's always our goal, is just to get in to the tournament. We want to be playing in the OAC playoffs and see what we can do there. And so we talk about that a lot. Our end goal is great, but every single day we need to bring the same attitude and effort. And so our seniors have been a driving force in that. And myself and Coach Tatro and our coaching staff are just trying to keep them honest, keep them on their toes, and make sure that we bring that effort every day. So the juice and energy has been great from these guys. They've been focused and dialed in, and I think the biggest thing with our guys is we have not hesitated to attack our weaknesses and attack our weak points. We talk about that, and we have those tough conversations, and we struggle, and we're getting through it just fine and learning from that. So today was a huge testament to that, playing a great team and showing up and being consistent throughout the game and finishing the game to a great team who made a great comeback there. So I'm excited about the next couple games. I mean, excited to get to practice tomorrow, but there's no doubt that these guys are going to enjoy this win. It was a great win at home against a great team, great atmosphere at Finney, and so proud of the guys where we are now, but try to keep them humble and hungry and keep the train moving here with Muskingum coming up on Saturday. Yeah, and like I said, a couple of road games, so we got to travel well and make sure the guys are staying sharp. So.